Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening to Horror and Heels. If you're wondering how we're making this podcast, we're doing it through Anchor. You can go to Anchor FM to get started. It's free. They have creation tools that allow you to do it right on your phone or your computer. I edit. I'm actually recording this while I'm in my car waiting to go to my next client. They make life so easy. They even distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple, other sites. It helps you upload if you want to make a Patreon or anything. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. I know zero about formatting and doing this and that and the other thing, and Anchor makes it so easy. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. If you want to learn more, go to the Anchor app or anchorfm.com to get started. Thank you and have a great day. Hello and welcome back to Horror and Heels. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Jen.
You should know who we are by now. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Go back, listen to the last 9 episodes, get a feel for us. So, we switched it up this week just because we wanted our episode about the original Halloween to come out the day before Halloween in the schedule. So this week we're talking about Rob Zombie's 2007 remake. If you haven't seen it, honestly, listen to this podcast, get the spoilers, save yourself whatever obnoxious runtime that was, because it felt like the worst thing I've ever watched. Titanic felt shorter. I mean, seriously.
Oh, and if you have seen it,
time on this. I'm looking it up right now.
It's like two hours and something. And if you have seen it, we understand if you just skip this episode.
Yeah, we got it, okay? It will by far be our shortest episode. Wait, I'm looking up the runtime right now. 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb. I got some questions as to how it even got good. Rotten Tomatoes, that's who you can trust, 27%.
Your sound is going in and out, just FYI.
Damn it. Hold on. Is this better?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, perfect. You know what happened? I have the Sleep Number bed, everybody, and that's what I'm sitting on to record. And my number just hit, so it sunk because I like a very soft mattress, bringing me further away from my microphone for a minute. Just give me the goddamn runtime on this. Jesus Christ. 110 minutes, everyone. That's just it felt so much longer.
110 minutes too long, if you ask me.
Yeah. So it's right under 2 hours, and I gotta say, way too long. What were we doing? We could have knocked this out in an hour and 5.
Could have just been a special or something, like an episode special of something else. Yeah. I don't know. It's so just ruined Michael. All right, let's just. I saw this movie in theaters, and actually, we were going to go see it. My dad was like, "Oh, let's go see it," because he likes to take us to see horror movies. He wanted to take my little brother, who at the time was 12, which also is the same age as the boy who plays the young Michael Myers. But I was like, I've seen the commercials, and I'm like, this might be a little too much.
By the way, he was by far the best part of the movie, that young boy.
As far as acting, yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
So just everybody know, the 12-year-old brought his game. I'm not sure what the rest of you all were doing.
And so we get there, that opening scene of his just overly vulgar, obnoxious, just abusive, that whole kitchen scene, I was just like, okay. I was like, my 12-year-old brother does not need to see this. I walked out of the theater with my brother, and I think my dad followed. But I was like, nope. I was like, he's not seeing this. So I can't even imagine letting your kid be in that. But just based on that, I came up with this whole reasoning of why this movie sucked already. I was like, you've taken away what makes him scary. What's scary about the original is that this boy has no reason to be crazy. First of all, he's
Right.
6 years old. He's
In the
6 years old.
original. Yeah.
In the original, he's 6.
They aged
He's
him to 10 in this one.
right, which at this point he knows what he's doing. Like he knows that he's killing people. And you hate everyone in this movie. Like I wasn't rooting for anybody.
There were only 2 kills that upset me, and we'll get to them. That I was like,
Yeah.
that person didn't deserve it.
Right. And
Yeah.
you just there was no like and even in the original, like you're not like excited for people to die, but it's like it's got that horror feeling of like, oh my God, who's gonna die? And this
Right.
one you're just like, ugh, it just feels icky. Like, oh, people are
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just an icky feeling about it. Because he's just psycho. And then they try to humanize him. And it's like, well, of course this kid who grew up in this really crappy
Right.
environment is gonna turn out like he did. Like it's not a surprise. And then
Right.
showing him like as a kid and oh mommy, like is everybody at the house okay? I don't like that. I don't wanna feel
Yeah.
bad for Michael Myers. I
Yeah.
don't do that.
So let's jump right into it with what's his name? Ronnie. First of all, the fact that nobody had killed him before this, motherfucking shocking. Second of all, what the fuck? Like, why is he even there? Like, he's contributing 0, and
Nothing.
he's not hot.
No.
Which I know shouldn't matter, but
If
at
that's
least if he was hot or literate or bringing home massive amounts of guap, you could be like, I see the fucking
something.
appeal. There was no.
Something to grasp on. Give me
Now-
something to hang on to.
Now, granted, she did smack the shit out of him when he commented on her daughter's ass, but that would have been the second I would have picked you up and tossed you out the
Out
motherfucking
that little
front door.
that little ass window above the sink. He'd have just
Yeah.
been dangling out that thing.
Yeah.
I don't like how do you sit there and let this
Zero.
man
Yeah.
and I'm assuming it was her boyfriend and not their dad. I don't know if I missed them establishing that.
The daughter says to the boyfriend when they're fucking, because he's like, oh, what if your dad hears? And she
I fast forwarded that.
says, that's not my dad. My daddy's in heaven. I
Got it,
don't
okay.
know where on the spectrum after her it falls. I don't believe he is Michael's dad.
Maybe
I
the
do
little-
believe he's the baby's dad.
Yeah, okay.
That he's
The baby
Lori's
dad.
father's.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I fast forwarded that whole sex scene because a lot of that I was like, I don't want to see her being a stripper. I don't need to see sex scenes with teenagers. I'm good. So I just kind of fast forwarded. This movie, there's so much like just vulgarness and it's just
Rob Zombie always just takes it too far.
it's too far and it's
unnecessary.
and I'm too distracted by all of that to even be scared or care. I'm just
Right.
like, dude, I just want this scene to be over. Like, I'm not even scared. I just don't want
I
to
just
be in
wanted
this.
Ronnie to die. Is that his name, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Fine. Like when he got, when the bully got, great. But also,
Yeah.
was that a thing in the 70s? Ads for strip clubs in the newspaper where any child could wander about that?
I feel like they didn't really have great parents, so probably his dad had it lying around or something. I
But,
feel like these
are
kids.
you thinking like that was an ad in a nudie magazine?
Yeah,
Because it just looked like newspaper.
it did look like a newspaper.
I'm like,
I
are
don't.
you just posting this in the local newspaper? Like, what is happening here?
It's in the one ad.
It's in the one ads. And by the way, not for nothing, she is a beautiful woman. Her body held up after 3 kids. Rob, stop casting your wife. She can't fucking act. Just stop.
Let it go.
Let it go.
It's funny because I usually don't.
Sophia Coppola
catch-
and Godfather 3 all over again.
I can't. I usually don't like notice those things, but there's one thing that she does in the principal's office, and it's like acting 101. I was like, that was not a great reaction she had there. Like it was we're in scene class and I just delivered my line and I'm gonna do this intentional gesture. And I was just like, that was not great. So when you said it and you're like, oh, that's his wife, I was like, Okay, so it wasn't just me being picky. Because, then I was like, well, maybe I'm just being picky about the movie because I hate
No,
it.
I hate it.
And I knew I was going to
Literally,
hate it.
you guys, I did so many other things today while watching this movie. I paid bills. I crocheted some more things for the homeless shelter. Because I crochet scarves and like earmuffs and stuff for them. So
Oh, that's
So I got that.
cool.
I got like 2 more earmuffs done during this movie. I ate a lot of food during this movie. An hour, 10 minutes. You can really pack it down, guys.
No, an hour and 50, no, what did you say,
10.
110? So an hour and 50 minutes.
Oh yeah, sorry. An hour and 50 minutes. Oh God, that's even worse. Jesus Christ. Um, so yeah, I pretty much did everything but watch this movie, guys.
I was
still
trying to
feel
pay
like I
attention.
got the gist. I gotta be honest though. The mom was in real denial about this kid's problems.
Oh, yeah.
Real denial. Like the school is trying to warn you.
Right.
Yeah.
Showed you
Not.
pictures of the animals, like,
Yeah.
and
And
your first reaction was to be upset.
yeah.
First of all, I'd be like, I live in the shittiest place. Do you guys have a boarding school that you would like to sponsor him to go to?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
where can I send him away from this hellhole that I have created for my family?
Right. Dr. Loomis, horrible hair.
Oh yeah, it was bad. And
He also looked unwashed.
I like Malcolm
And
McDowell, but that was not a good look.
and also I like him. I thought he did okay. But once again, just too much time spent in the institution. And I know I'm jumping all over the place here because I just want to
What?
skip.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
just.
Let's talk about who is doing the employee background checks at this institution. Because that
Nobody.
nurse was worthless. Second,
Nobody.
nobody would be giving. Listen. I enjoy. Listen, we all know nobody's giving somebody with that background a metal fork. It's Fork City all the way.
What?
Not even a real
If you're
city.
lucky. If
You're
lucky.
lucky it's Fork City.
I'm thinking Yogurtland spoon.
Yeah. Ooh,
Like
Yogurtland spoon.
Gotta keep it fun for the weirdos.
But I'm just saying, and then that dumbass, she turns her back on him. Like, what the? You're just stupid. You're just stupid. And then he decides he is out, Dr. Loomis, which is clearly not the best plan. And the racist motherfucker gets hired.
Racist among other things. Racist was his best quality.
Right. So he gets hired, and clearly no background checks. And I'm thinking he got hired because his cousin worked there, or his cousin got hired because I don't know how either of these two are employed at this facility.
Or anywhere outside of a gas station.
The only person in this movie whose death truly made me sad was the janitor.
Danny Trejo?
Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Of course. One that made me sad.
He was nice to Michael.
Yeah. And that's really where Michael has no but I mean, honestly, gotta be honest, good on Michael for killing those two rapist fuckheads. Like,
right. That whole scene was
once again where I fast forwarded through it because I couldn't, but this seems like that is where I mean he takes it too
far.
They could have been murdered just by going in and touching Michael's mask.
Or flicking a cigarette in his face. Or doing some kind of jerk. I mean,
to rape somebody to get your
what kid. In Terminator 2, he licks. All you need is to see him lick Sarah Connor's face, and on his death, you were like, yes, kill that motherfucker. Like, like it was very satisfying. And all he did basically was lick her face.
Yeah.
Like nothing else. And that was
That's
enough
the
for you to
reason
be
he
like,
just
he
takes it
needs to
too
die.
far.
He does, and it distracts from the horror of the movie. It's
Right.
this like I said, it's vulgar, and I don't mind a cuss word here and there, but the way that that script was written, it was forced. It felt like shock
Sure.
value, like right, and it
Sure.
was just let's just do this to do it, and
Right.
it doesn't add to anything. It doesn't make you feel anything, which is proven because in the original, there's nothing like that,
No.
and it's scarier than this one.
Yes, by
And
far.
I don't even like Lori in this. I don't like how she talks to her mom in that first scene. Like,
No.
who talks to their mom like that
Like,
at 17 years old?
I would have, whatever finger I put through that bagel, I can guarantee you I would be missing it at this
It would be snapped off.
off. I can't
That
even.
I was so uncomfortable with that. I was like, and then when she's like,
What's
"Mom," and I was like, "That's her mom she's talking to at 17?"
Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing I'm still unsure of, did Lori never know she was adopted?
Was she Oh,
Yeah, she was adopted.
I didn't get that.
What
Anything.
movie did you fast forward through? Just wondering. So
Hey, you were doing other things. I was trying to do other things. I was trying to pay as much attention as I could, okay?
So the chief of police,
Mhm.
he says because Dr. Loomis goes, his sister has to still live here. That's what he's back for. And he's like, tell me where the sister is. Like, we need to know. And he's like hiding things for a second. And then the doctor's like, so when I showed up at the scene, because Michael's mother killed herself.
Okay.
When the chief of police showed up at the scene, he didn't want that poor little baby living with the stigma. He takes her to a hospital in the next county and leaves her there to be adopted. Long story short, the Strodes, dear friends of him, adopt her from that county.
Got it. Okay.
So that's how she ended up back in Haddonfield. But I don't think she knows she was adopted.
Yeah. No.
I don't get the feeling she's aware.
Although doesn't she calls her Linda though, doesn't she? Calls her by her first name?
No.
Does she? No?
No.
I saw.
She calls her friend Linda. The Linda is
the
horror is Linda.
You guys, I am telling you, I gave zero shits about this movie. I am sorry if I sound inept. I literally just watched it an hour and a half ago, and I'm already starting to block things out of my mind.
What we're saying is this is a true masterpiece, and you should go watch it immediately. Do more. Why are you still listening to this? Don't wait.
Yeah, don't waste your time on this podcast. Just go experience this wonderfulness for yourself.
Don't take
Holy crap.
And I gotta say, neither the Michael's sister, don't remember her name, the older sister, nor Linda chose men that I would let touch me with a 10-foot pole.
Ever.
And
why were they all gross?
Why was nobody bathed? Was there a problem with water on the set? Why was nobody in this movie bathing?
Oh my god. And the feet on the black guy that he kills just mangled, and I was like, this is just
Michael's feet, you see, not the black dude.
Well, they showed his face, and the next thing I saw was his feet, and I was like, oh, I guess those are his feet.
No, they're Michael's feet.
We're gonna have to re-record this because I'm
wow.
I sound so bad. But
It's
I promise you guys, I promise I watched it. I did. I was looking at headphones for better podcast quality because I knew that this movie wasn't going to bring us more listeners.
Yeah, seriously. This is not the one we're raking the listeners above them.
Okay. So let's just pretend I've never seen it because
Clearly, I don't think you have, honestly. Very concerned about what is happening.
my brain is like, oh no, there was a reason that we walked out on this shit. You're gonna try to make us retain this information? Nope, sorry.
Just really glad I started drinking early for this recording. Just having a little Bacardi Dark and Coke. Very nice. Helping me through tonight.
we were texting each other before the show, like
in the room while the movie was on is like, shit, Jen. The whore's name is Linda. Calm down. No, those weren't his feet. I understand why you thought they were the black man's feet, because the years of crust on them gave them a darkened appearance.
Black. Yeah.
But that's just unfortunate.
That's just Mike. That's just Mike's feet. That's how Mike does his feet. It's fine.
Linda, the dumb whore. And I thought this too, honestly, in the original, but not as bad in this one. The height,
the stature of the boyfriend.
Versus the stature of my. I'm like, dude, Mike was huge. On him. Why do you think that's your boyfriend?
I thought the exact same thing.
How many beers have you drank? Like, what is happening here?
Like, that
was real single-minded about that beer.
That little scrawny man was nowhere near that. I don't care what bed you're sitting in. You can tell that man is almost at the top of the door frame, and you know that you're not dating a man that's almost to the top of the door frame. Come on. That's hilarious, because that's definitely something I clocked too. I was like, because I made such a big deal of his stature, like,
he was
when he was standing there, it was like, oh my god, he's like huge, he's a monster.
Yeah.
And then she thinks he's her little teenage boyfriend. Okay.
Whatever he is, I don't very young.
Yeah. Do love Danielle Harris though. Love her. I'm sad that she was in this.
I mean, it was not. It's funny because it's not an altogether horrible cast.
No, I love Malcolm McDowell, who plays Loomis.
Yeah.
I got that right. See,
you did. That's the thing you know. And we appreciate it. We appreciate the one thing you know. He is the top billed act in this. Tyler Mane plays this Michael Myers.
And the young Michael Myers was in Hancock, and he delivers one of my favorite lines to Will Smith. And Will Smith is like, "Call me asshole one more time." And the little boy is like,
he's been in X-Men and Troy as well.
Yeah, he's been in a few things.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming up in a bunch of stuff.
He looks exactly the same. He's still got that long hair.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can think of one interesting part of this movie.
There wasn't. Calm yourself. And honestly, the movie should have ended with. One line that did make me laugh was like, when they go to Dr. Loomis, well, it's not our fault if security was inadequate. If security was inadequate, look at who you've hired. Dr. Loomis cannot predict that you would be stupid enough to hire rapist fucktards that are going to open a killer's room with no protection.
And then just go in there, and then I like how they were back to that. I like how they were shocked that he like went off. I'm like, what part of that did you think he was gonna be cool with? You know, he's in there for killing people.
Right.
Why is this a surprise to you that now he's going off? And like, they really had like a, oh my god, I wasn't expecting this. I'm like, but we know they're not all.
Yeah.
They're not all there.
No clue. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was happy they died. Poor Mr. Strode, he just never saw that knife coming.
Oh, never.
I do love the new Tommy where he's like, what if the guys find out she comes over and she's a girl and she smells like
And she's not a
you?
boy. Yeah,
She's
she's not
not
a
a boy.
boy.
Yeah, no,
And she smells like
you've
it.
understood. She's not a boy. But here's the other thing. I gotta tell you right now, I'd be real, and this is something I didn't feel in the first movie, and I'll tell you why in a second. But if I hire you to watch my kid, and you're bringing the kid to the other babysitter, I'm not down with that. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Now, in the
yeah.
first movie, didn't feel that way because that Lori was so competent.
She
I
was
just
she was
assumed
responsible.
I just assumed every parent wanted her as their babysitter that night, and they had to take the other one because Lori was booked with Tommy. So
Right.
they were like, "Oh, well, our kid ended up with Lori anyway. That's great. That's what we want.
Cool, cool. That's what we wanted in the first place.
You were
Awesome.
our
You
extreme
back up.
backup plan." I
Yes.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
funny.
this Lori, not some. I wouldn't want this Lori near my child. I wouldn't want any of these teenagers near my children.
Why do they keep? She goes, "Your late night lovers coming over." She says this to a 10-year-old.
Right.
What?
Like,
Am I in the wrong? Have I missed something in life?
they made it cute in the original where it was like, oh, we'll go see Tommy, and she's like,
Right.
ah, like
Yeah.
it's a
Like
cute little like, oh, you have a
childlike.
crush on him. Yeah.
Yes, very childlike in there. And even Tommy was like, "Oh, it's a like very."
Yeah.
But this one, and then they start like playmaking out in front of the kids. Like, don't do that. That's not good
Yeah, yeah.
babysitting
Not
behavior.
not just making out, but like sex noises, like moaning, like, oh yes, yes, yes. And I'm like, this is where I'm like, Rob is not like
That's not normal.
it's not normal.
That's
And
too
to
much.
write that for teen I don't know if the actresses were actually teenage. I don't think they were. But to write that for teenage girl characters to do in front of children, I'm just like, that I have lines, like
Yeah.
decapitate somebody, that's fine. But
Right.
but
Well, I'm hoping that the way they did the child scenes, um, like, um, I'm I'm hoping they did a lot of cutaway. So like they filmed the two kids on the couch.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
put
No,
them
I'm
in
sure.
the room. Like that's how I'm hoping at least it was
I mean, we can
filmed.
only hope. We'll just assume that's what happened.
That's what I'm
I just
assuming to help get me through this, honestly.
yes, yes. I just mean to write that knowing that scene has to be done, and it's just like,
Right.
oh, like where's your head at? And that it's so much more perverted. The whole movie, not just that scene, but just the whole movie is just so much more
Yeah.
perverted and vulgar. I keep saying vulgar because that's the only word I can think of. I'm just so turned off by that language
Right.
used excessively and just the shock going for shock value, which
Right.
today it's not even a thing now because
Right.
everybody can do anything. So it's like, why even bother?
Right. To me, like the new movies that are doing it well are the ones that don't really have that. Like
Right.
Ready or Not.
Oh
I
yeah.
if I'm right, that really towed the line. Like I think if there had been one less gory scene, they could have gotten a PG-13 on that, honestly.
Right.
That to me is one of the most interesting movies to date.
I like that movie. I need to
I
go
like,
back and rewatch it.
once again, Adam Brody, you can do no wrong. Come on the show. We'd love to have you. So yeah, I think like even like Midsommar, Heredity, like all these movies that are doing more artsy type of horror are being much better received than these just, oh, let's see what I can try to shock you with. But you're not, because
You're not.
we've seen that before. Honestly, the reason why I think even 3 years after it came out, Midsommar keeps getting talked about is because the way it was shot
Hmm.
is so unnerving.
It's haunting. It's a haunting.
Haunting. It's
Yeah.
haunting. And that's what people want. We've seen all the jump scares. We know the tropes. Give
Yeah.
us something we're not
Expecting.
expecting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember, and I felt like there was a time, I'd say like 80s, early 90s, where there was like boobs in every single horror movie, and it was like,
Right.
okay, we know there's gonna be boobs, gonna be naked woman at least, and then they kind of got away from that, and I feel like now it's going back to that, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
let's keep to the just being scary. Like I don't need all that other stuff. That's not what I'm watching it for, you know?
By the way, as a mom and a mom of only one, I don't know. Maybe smaller boobies hold up better post
Oh my
pregnancy,
God.
but those boobies were a little too high for 3 kids. All I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say about that. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe tiny boobies hold up. I don't know. I don't know. I've not seen that many boobies.
Feel
Pretty.
free to email us if you have an answer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
If you are, so the actress looked to be about an A&a-half to a B. If you are in that range and have 3 kids and would like to let us know how your boobies held up, please let
feel
us
free.
know. As an F cup, gonna let the world know mine did not. Just letting you all know. I
They
mean,
were like, F this.
yeah, pretty much. Got one of those big like industrial bras now.
Oh man.
And you see, at this point, I'm just doing anything to not continue to talk
I
about
just,
this
yeah,
movie.
there's nothing more to talk about. Like, I
The,
don't,
the
what,
movie should have ended when Michael Myers gets shot in the pit.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
then,
And then we're
bye.
still going. We're still, why are we
Just
still, why is there 15 more minutes happening? I gotta tell
because
you
that's
that.
basically where the original ended, was
Yeah.
after that point.
Yeah. As it should have now.
Mm-hmm. Because then she goes into that obnoxious screaming bout where he's trying to relate her to being the screaming baby. And I'm like, I don't care. I
No.
don't care. More than anything, I just want this moment to end. And the screaming was so obnoxious. Her just sitting there with all the blood, and she's like, ah. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no one cares. Um,
Mm-mm.
let's read a little trivia on this movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Let's do that. We'll try
Two.
to keep you interested, folks. We are 37 minutes in, probably 35 after some good editing. So,
I can cut this down to 15 minutes. Malcolm McDonald apparently ruined a great number of takes by invoking hysterical laughter in the other actors.
well, I can't be mad at him. Probably not the funnest set to be on, I would guess.
Oh, so I guess this is something that you and I wouldn't know. So back for the original television viewing of the original Halloween, the original film was first sold to television. They demanded added scenes to replace the edited portions of the murder scenes.
Mm,
So Carpenter recalled Donald Pleasance, the original Sam Loomis, to film scenes of him at the hospital taking care of Michael. I guess you
interesting.
and I have never seen the original TV version.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. But again, John Carpenter knew what he was doing in cutting them out in the first place. Or actually, no, he didn't cut them out. Wait, added scenes. So does it mean that
They went,
yeah, he recreated, yeah, because he had to call Donald Pleasance back to create
yeah,
these scenes. So they
yeah.
didn't exist in the first place. So
Nope,
John
never did.
Carpenter knows what's up. Not
Yeah.
surprised.
Um, oh, apparently the film was mostly shot in the same area where John Carpenter's original film was shot. That's
Fun
interesting.
fact, I was watching, so I don't remember what the documentary about was, but it was about horror movies, and I don't know if it was specifically about Halloween or Halloween was one of the movies they talked about. They're interviewing John Carpenter, and John Carpenter totally like dead serious was like, yeah, Rob Zombie called me about his remake and asked for my blessing, and I was like, no, and
I
he
love
did it, and he did it anyway. But I'm taking away from it. But John Carpenter's reaction to Rob Zombie asking him, you could tell John Carpenter was like, "Fuck no!" Like
Right.
he did not. And I was like, "Yeah." Me and my brother were like, we were vindicated. We were like, "Yes, we knew that version sucked, and it did not have John Carpenter's blessing, and that makes so much sense." So yeah, just so everyone knows, John Carpenter did not give his blessing for that Rob Zombie version.
So Jamie Lloyd, oh, that's the little, oh, okay. That's weird. Apparently, they had to like fight to get her into the store, the movie, and she admitted the main reason she was cast was she agreed to film the very lengthy chase scene while naked, something she had never done before. Tyler Mane is the tallest actor to portray Michael Myers at a height of 6 feet 8 inches.
Ooh.
I mean, I knew
And
he was tall, but that's insane.
yeah, that's insane. That's like NBA height.
Yeah, seriously.
With
Him, Joel
but
McHale, Jesus Christ.
not like slender like basketball players are. Oh, he had like some
Yeah.
weight to him. That's interesting. We're trying, guys. We're trying so hard.
Emma Stone auditioned for the role of Laurie Strode. Why wasn't she cast? I think she would have been better.
Who?
Emma Stone auditioned for Laurie.
Oh, Emma Stone. Oh.
How did that slip there? Love Emma. Can't even tell you who the girl who played Laurie is.
No, which I'm glad. I don't want Emma Stone's name to be part of that because I like her and I don't want that for her. Although I would be interested to see Emma Stone in a horror movie. I think
would.
she might do good. Yeah.
This is the longest Halloween film to date.
I believe it. It felt like it. Wow. And Danielle Harris was 29 when she was in that movie. She just does not age.
Once again, the girl playing Laurie was the only teenager at time of filming, just like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I'm reading these. Some of these are just unnecessary.
Yep, same. We can't even.
So bored.
They're not even going to hear all the silences.
I know.
We're going to cut them out. You guys have no idea.
Know that a lot of silences have been removed. We're trying to find something we like, and there's just nothing.
There's just nothing going on here. Oh, and Malcolm McDowell has never seen the original Halloween. Wait, do your research, sir.
So Rob Zombie revealed making Halloween with the Weinsteins was a miserable experience for me. And so I was very reticent to do the second one. I did do the second one, and I thought, okay, well, the first one was a miserable experience, but it did well, so maybe it'll be easier. The second time, it was worse. Oh my God. I felt like they weren't trusting me on the first one because they wanted to make sure it was a hit. And now they weren't trusting me to not fuck up their hit. Detailing why the experience was not one the creator looks back on favorably, he said they would show me scenes from Halloween to try and make a point and be like, yeah, I know, I made that movie. Why do you show me that? Like I've never seen it before. We made a behind-the-scenes documentary for the making of Halloween that has somehow gotten lost in the vault. That shows how messed up everything was and what was going on when we were making those movies.
There's just nothing good about this whatsoever.
Listen to the reason why he cast his wife. He wanted a tall woman to explain why Michael Myers would grow so tall.
Oh, well, that makes sense because, she's like the only tall woman
on the
ever.
planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, okay, I get it. Yeah. I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah. There's no other tall people out there.
No.
There's not a whole WNBA. I'm telling you, you could have grabbed a bitch from the WNBA and been like,
he could have got Lisa Leslie.
And it would have been better.
He could have got Lisa Leslie and I'd have been like, okay.
Yeah.
And athletes are not great actors.
Players you could have called upon. I'm sure there are. Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
wow, he must have got a cramp from that reach.
Oh
I
my,
don't understand.
oh God.
All right, well, I don't know what else I can say about this one.
There's an online interactive game in which you play as Michael Myers. You can still play it today.
I saw that. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm just saying.
I know. I never actually wanted to be
I
Michael Myers.
I feel like my husband said that to me, and I've like dismissed him. I was like, "There's no way that's a thing." He's like, "No, I really think there's a game where you can be him," and I was like, "That's not a thing." My poor husband. I do that to him so much.
You were like, nope, nope.
You know?
I mean, I think you more just didn't want it to be true, also.
Yeah, just like the fact that this movie existed. I also didn't want that to be true, but here we go.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you guys, we definitely contemplated not even doing Rob Zombie and just doing a 2018 sequel.
we
Oh, she's
did.
yawning. That's
So tired.
this is just
House.
this is loads of fun. But yes, we were like, let's just not even acknowledge the Rob Zombie movie and just do 2018 sequel. But then we were like, no, we're gonna tough it out,
For
stick
you
to our theme for
guys,
you guys.
content
So
that
you
you've come to enjoy here on horror
you
and
are all welcome, and just know that we go through that we will go through
look
this
at what we
torture
do for you
for
people.
you. Yes.
We had a fun time yesterday, so just to let you guys know, and we will be posting this when they post the episode, but we had a great talk with Matt and Drew over at the Post Credit Podcast, talking about 13 Ghosts. I feel like we like that a lot more than this
Oh
movie,
my
so
God, that was so much fun. That was a great
talk
episode.
with them. Also, I just want to give a shout out. I am in a horror book Halloween swap. I got to open my box today. My partner, there's like 20 bucks, so I can't even begin to tell you everything he sent. But I'm very excited because one of the books he sent is Boy's Life, and so heard good jazz, and I'm gonna start that. Jen, what about you? Anything new in pop culture or that you're excited to try?
Let's see. Well, I do have a book club. It's not specifically horror, it's just whatever book we vote on. We're reading a book this month called The Midnight Library, which
Okay.
I am loving
Okay.
because it's about different life choices. It's kind of like, sliding doors where if she catches the
Yeah, yeah,
train,
yeah.
it's different than if she misses it. Except this woman, she's in the afterlife. It's between death and between life. And she's got this whole library of books, and each book has her story of these little different decisions that she would have made and what would have happened had she done that instead. So it's so interesting. And I
That's
haven't been this
interesting.
excited. Yeah, I haven't been this excited for a book in a while. And luckily, one of our girls was able to get hard copies for us. So I have the hard copy, and I'm so excited because I haven't held a book. Usually I do Kindle or audiobooks. So yeah, so it's called Midnight Library. So
So
much fun.
our libraries here, it's called Book Club in a Bag.
Mm.
So it's a bag, and I think it's 10 copies. And it comes with like conversation points for your club to discuss and stuff. Um I gotta be
That's cool.
honest, I can't read with a book club because I finish a book in like 2 to 3 days. So I can't wait for people. I don't got time for that. I don't got the energy.
You don't have to wait. We all read at different speeds. Some people finish it weeks ago. I just started it, but
Right,
just
but
you
what I'm
can
saying
come.
is I have to wait then to speak to you about it, and I don't want to do that.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
I don't got that in me. You know me, I can't.
Okay, all right,
And then
yeah, I see
also,
that.
I'm so excited. Supermarket Sweep is back with the incomparable Leslie Jones. She's hysterical.
I'm
She is
sad.
the best. Why? Oh, yeah. Um, So poor Jen was supposed to send in an audition tape, and then COVID happened. So she thought she shouldn't send it in because everything shut down, and then she found out no,
And
they were.
now it's on TV, and I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep emailing this guy because
yeah,
I'm
do
be
it.
like, hey, when should I send in my video for Supermarket Sweep?
Yeah, do it. Like I said, I would be a better partner than whoever she picked, but I'm on the East Coast, so
But you're on the
whatever.
East Coast. It's fine.
I just want you to know, didn't miss a single question. I would have had all the points.
Go girl. I used
Sometimes
to
you see these people and you're like, did you know what show you were coming on? It's like they know nothing
right.
about like supermarket items. Like, do you know? Are you aware? So
sad.
but now the top prize is $100,000, which is like,
oh, see,
yeah,
that's some money for you.
yeah.
God, yeah, I definitely need to email that guy. If I win 100 grand, we're both getting upgrades on our mics and headphones. That's happening for sure.
I love my mic. It's been with me since the beginning.
Okay, well then you keep your mic and I'll get you headphones. I don't know. I'm just trying to upgrade our setup, okay? I got 100 grand to spend. But I just got a notification.
If you got 100 grand, you need to get yourself a home, Jen.
Yes, I know. That's fine. I mean, that's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I'm not homeless, everybody, by the way. I'm not like
no, she's not homeless. She lives with
I just need
other people,
I want to,
which is my idea of a
buy I want to buy my own house is the point.
Right. Yeah. That's what I meant, yes.
Yeah.
Not the chick out there shaking a can.
Or shaking my cans. Neither one of those.
But we're thinking of starting an OnlyFans, so no, I'm kidding.
We should. Horror and Heels OnlyFans. Hey.
It'll just be walking around in high heels.
And talking about Freddy Krueger.
From the
No, with masks on, like a Freddy Krueger and a Michael Myers mask.
Oh my God. We should not be giving our listening audience these suggestions. They're going to be like, do it!
I'll be like, no, but seriously, we'll do a poll on Twitter. How much would you pay? Because we really need to figure out if this is worth it.
Yeah, I mean, are we just leaving money on the table? Seriously.
Oh, man. Golly. I don't think I haven't thought about it, but I won't do it. My family's still alive. I can't.
I have thought about selling pictures of my feet.
Right? There's people that will pay to watch you eat food. There's people that'll pay to look at your feet. I'm like, that's not that. There's no shame in that game.
No.
There's no shame in that game.
Feet. I'm sure there's a niche market for my feet. They are very wide, people. Just little boats coming at you.
I'm sure there are people that are out there that are into all of it.
I have a client. I do nails, so I do pedicures. She is a foot fetish model. She tips me very well, so I can assume she's doing fine.
That's the thing. I'm like, what am I doing with this degree? I just waited for OnlyFans to come along, and then they're getting so much advertisement from us by now. I feel like hit them up later.
Be like,
look,
you need to.
I know you saw an uptick. In your users this month.
Our 3 listeners. Actually, we have quite a few listeners, and we had
20
something, and we had a lovely review. Let me read this and shout out our reviewer, because that was just lovely of them that they took the time to do that, and we do appreciate it. We do appreciate
every review.
Everyone.
We get really excited. We seriously like that.
Horror
it makes our day.
Animal. These 2 hosts are a lot of fun to listen to, and their horror movie breakdowns are something I'm looking forward to week after week. So thank you for coming back and listening to us. We really appreciate it.
We need to get like a sound effect to play for people when we give shout outs. Like
okay. If you think that's necessary. If you think we need to be those people, sure. Oh, God. Can I just say, I want junk mail to stop being a thing. I don't care about your political opinion. I don't care who's running. Stop mailing it to me. I know how to find out if there's a tree removal company in my town that I want. If I want to have your credit card, it's 2020. I know how to find your credit card. Stop it. I've got a box because recycling for paper is every other week. And it's just filled to the brim of just mailings from people that I do not want.
No.
And I don't even know how this should be illegal.
It should. It should also be illegal to put things on people's cars. Like, I hate when I get to my car and there's like a little business card or a flyer on my car. Because I'm like, now it's my trash and I can't just throw it on the ground.
Right.
I got to take care of it. So yeah, that should also be illegal.
Yeah. It's 2020. It's time to save our trees. Stop mailing me shit I don't want.
Oh, okay. I keep wanting to say
my credit card bills. Stop sending me shit I don't want. Let's pretend those aren't happening. No, I kid. I actually have an excellent. I don't know.
Don't put that out there.
No. I should say I have an excellent. Those are fine. Your credit card bills are fine because you can do auto pay and paperless billing.
Right.
That's what
right. Yeah, that's what I do.
Paperless billing setup. Those I'm actually not receiving because I'm saving the planet.
Same. As soon as you give me the paperless option, done.
20 years, but an advertisement for I want to be like, I have my lawn maintenance because it's that time of year here on Long Island, the leaves are falling. The amount of advertisements I've gotten for lawn maintenance, I'm like, I have my person. His name is Dakota. Anybody on the
Does he mow your lawn without a shirt on? Because that sounds like a guy that mows your lawn without a shirt on. Dakota.
I really wish Dakota would. But I would not disapprove of that.
You can't, like, Dakota doesn't, that's not just a name that anybody can have. Like,
no, Dakota's great. And he's always on the ball with me about like reminding me to get on the schedule for things and stuff. So, nice. And yeah, but I'm just like, I know who is doing these jobs for me. You don't, once again, it's 2020. I don't know if these people mailing out these things have heard of this. It's called the internet. I can look you up.
Yeah, I got it. I'm good. Thanks, though. Okay, I'm going to say this now because I keep trying to say it.
Oh.
Unsolved Mysteries season 2 is out now on Netflix. I just got the notification while we're sitting here. And I'm super excited.
Like the old school Unsolved Mysteries or
no, like there's a new Unsolved Mysteries.
Have you not seen it? No.
Oh, it's on Netflix and it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
unless you like closure, then it's
not great. I enjoy closure. I enjoy a lot of closure. Like, you don't understand. There's sometimes I read like 1,000-page books, and then I'm thinking about the like characters. I'm like, okay, but can we get a follow up? Like okay,
you still need closure even after there is closure.
Yeah, like I read there's a broken thing where her heart should be, and the two main characters, I still want to know, like. They give closure to that story, and I'm like, okay, well, now like 7 years have passed. Like, do they have kids? Because that like they would have been that age. I'm like, I just want to know a little more. And people are like, Alicia, the book's done, and I'm like, I want to know a little more. So yeah, I'm not an Unsolved Mysteries person.
Heard.
Well, we were talking yesterday how I like have a very hard time talking about the Gilgo Beach murders by us because they've never been solved. I wonder if that's going to be on Unsolved Mysteries this maybe.
If it is, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch that episode. Try to find a killer. Okay. So we have now deviated so far from the movie.
And I was happy. I was in a happy place.
But I feel like we're at 54 minutes.
Oh, that's solid. Cool.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap this episode. Now it is 54 minutes right now, but after we remove all the dead air that happened, it's going to be cut way down. I'm telling you that right now, folks. You're
am
gonna be
I
like,
gonna
"That
keep
bitch told us 54 minutes, but I've only been listening for 42." We're gonna be like, "Yep, that tracks." Thankfully, I have a great editing that allows me to just cut all silences at once. It auto does it for me, saves me a lot of time.
And I love that we both knew to just stay quiet when we
We're just like, I got nothing left. Oh god. Oh god.
we're like, and just stay quiet so you can cut this out.
Just stay quiet.
Oh God. Oh man. So
Okay.
yeah. So they're not all gyms. They're not all gyms.
No.
Ooh. Well, good times.
Good times. So Jen, where can people find us?
Oh, all the places: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Horror and Heels. On all of those platforms. You can DM us, you can email us, or horrorandheels@gmail.com. Drop us a line, say hello, make a request, tell us you want to be on the show, whatever you would like. Tell us how we could be better, tell us how we could be worse. We want to hear from you.
Wait, we could be worse as if we only did Rob Zombie movies.
Only the Rob Zombie. All right,
the way
that's
to be
done.
worse.
So you no longer have to email us about what could make us worse. We already know, because that would just be dead silence for 45 minutes.
I can't. I feel bad too because a lot of people like him.
God bless them. Like that's how you know. There's always somebody out there for you. You just have to find your people
Yeah.
who like your style and your taste.
Well, this
Boom.
how much this movie made. I try to know.
That's the moral of the story. There's always somebody out there with your taste and your style. Find your people.
Find your people. And if your people are people who like this movie,
they're not your people.
We're probably not it. I'm very excited. User reviews. Rob Zombie tries to give a monster a stole.
Yeah, exactly.
That took like chapters to write a review.
I wrote a whole diatribe, like a whole Facebook note on why that movie sucked. This was back in 2007 when people wrote notes on Facebook, but I wrote a whole thing about why that movie sucked. I was so mad.
Okay, yes. Well, I can see why they let Rob Zombie do another one though. Their budget was $15 million. Their cumulative worldwide gross was $80 million.
Wow.
So yeah, that's exactly why they greenlit a second one. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Okay, everyone.
Money talks.
That answered hopefully one of your questions as to why the second one was made. I hope we've answered some questions today. Once again, if you haven't seen this movie, please run out and do some.
Redbox it if you have to. Redbox it. Steal your neighbor's cable. Steal someone's Netflix login.
I'm so mad. I had to pay $3 to watch.
So did I. And then the good one was for free on Shudder. Oh, anyway, okay.
It wasn't on anything, guys. It was not on anything. And I took it out from my library, like I reserved it, but somebody else like had it and didn't return it in time. So
wow, I'd have had that shit returned super early. I'd have been like, get this out of my house.
Although, to be fair, I hope that nobody's waiting for the 13 Ghosts DVD because I have not returned that yet. And I won't until I leave my house on Thursday. So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. This is the thing.
Talk soon. Bye.
Bye.